The question about what you should do if a customer is not answering your messages comes up a lot, because sometimes you have a customer that you need information from, or there's something wrong with the address on the order or whatever the case may be, and you need to contact them. The way that Etsy sends messages to people is a little weird. So if someone is registered on Etsy as a user, they will get a message through the Etsy messaging system. But not everybody checks that. So the customer might not even get a notification that something was sent to them. It just depends on what their notifications are set up for. Usually Etsy will send them an email that says you have a message from so-and-so, but it's not guaranteed that that's not going to go into their spam folder or something like that. So if you sent people a few messages, go ahead and go to the order, and where it has their profile on the order, click on the little triangle. A little drop down will open up and it will say their email address. You can use that email address to send them a question about the order. You can't sign them up for email lists or anything like that, but you can use that to contact them if the Etsy messaging system is not getting a response. So go ahead and email them first. And after that, if they still don't respond to you, you have two choices. You can either cancel the order, which is probably what I would do, because if I've sent people multiple messages and they're not responding, I don't have time to chase them down, and I'll cancel the order. Because what happens when you do that is Etsy will send them a message that says your order has been canceled. That usually gets people's attention, and then they'll get back to you if they want the item. So if they do get back to you, they can reorder it because you've obviously canceled it. Now you need to cancel and refund just to get it off your plate, but they can reorder it with the information that you need from them, and they'll probably contact you again and say, why did you cancel my order? But if they don't contact you and they just suddenly ignore you, then that's fine. You can move on with your life and you don't need to worry about that. Now, the other option you have is to extend the processing time, because that'll push the due date of the order out. It depends on what your process is. So I personally don't have time to do that and babysit people. But if you want to extend the processing time, you can do that. Again, Etsy will send them a message or an email that says the processing time on your order has changed. Here's the new information. And that's generally enough to get people to contact you to say, why did you do this? Or to say, oh, I need to give them that information, and then they'll get back to you. But you can only extend the processing time once. So if you're going to do that, make sure that you extend it as far out as you can to give yourself the most time to get this customer to respond to you. Again, personally, I don't have time to have that many things sitting waiting. So I will just cancel the order, and that will either move it along or the customer just disappears, and then you don't have to worry about it. So basically that's what happened. If a customer is not responding to you through the email, through the messaging system, you can't email them about a specific order. But if they still don't answer you, just cut your losses. That's my opinion. Cut your losses or extend the processing time. But you might still have to deal with this at the end of the processing time. If you extend it for 6 weeks and they still have not gotten back to you, just cancel the order. If someone isn't answering your messages, then they just don't care. So cancel the order, move on with your life, and leave me any questions. I will talk to you later.